The Football War, also known as the Soccer War, took place between El Salvador and Honduras from July 14th to July 18th, 1969. However, to truly understand its origins and implications, one must delve more deeply into the underlying socio-political and economic tensions that fueled this conflict. Immigration and land issues, El Salvador and Honduras share a long history of migration. After World War II, many Salvadorans migrated to Honduras in search of better agricultural opportunities, drawn by the promise of fertile land. By the 1960s, Salvadorans constituted a significant portion of the agrarian workforce in Honduras. This demographic shift led to rising tensions, as many Hondurans viewed these Salvadoran migrants as encroaching on their job opportunities and land. Socioeconomic disparities. By the 1960s, Honduras was experiencing an economic transformation. However, land was unevenly distributed, leading to stark wealth disparities. The landowners, primarily of Honduran descent, opposed Salvadoran encroachments. In response to perceived threats posed by Salvadoran migrants, the Honduran government initiated a series of policies to expel them, resulting in thousands of Salvadorans being forcibly removed from their homes and farms. The economic desperation and loss of livelihoods for these migrants heightened tensions. Escalation of violence. The FIFA World Cup qualifiers in 1969, culminating in the tournament held in Mexico, not only represented a sporting competition, but also became a backdrop for national pride. The three matches played between the two countries in this qualification process became battlegrounds for national identity, with emotions culminating sharply during the last game on June 8, 1969. Following a controversial match in Tegucigalpa, fan violence erupted, resulting in injuries and deaths. This violence was seized upon by political leaders, and each side rallied their citizens under the banner of national pride. Propaganda in both countries inflamed public sentiment, primarily utilizing the football matches as symbols of national strength. As tensions boiled over, the Salvadoran government, seeking to leverage the nationalistic fervor, prepared for military action under the pretext of protecting Salvadoran nationals and restoring pride. Honduras, feeling threatened, began mobilizing its military forces as well. On July 14, 1969, hostilities erupted, with El Salvador launching a military offensive into Honduras. Initial airstrikes targeted Honduran towns, claiming to aim for agricultural facilities perceived as harboring Salvadorans. The conflict was marked by air deliveries from Salvadoran forces, utilizing outdated aircraft to strike key infrastructure in Honduras. The Organization of American States, OAS, intervened, attempting to de-escalate tensions, and a ceasefire was agreed upon within days. However, the ceasefire did not address the underlying issues. The conflict laid bare regional sentiment in Central America, demonstrating how deep-seated grievances related to land and national identity could be manipulated into larger conflicts. The Football War had significant ramifications for both countries. The Salvadoran economy suffered immensely due to military expenditures and subsequent sanctions. Meanwhile, Honduras faced internal discord as its citizenry reacted to the perceived Salvadoran threat. Socioeconomic inequality remained a critical issue in both nations, leading to future waves of migration. As many Salvadorans fled the instability and violence following the war, their diaspora would later contribute to the identity and culture of Salvadoran communities in the United States. The Football War serves as a reminder that sporting events can serve as flashpoints for deep-rooted conflicts, often exacerbating existing grievances rather than resolving them. The legacies of these national conflicts undoubtedly influenced socio-political and economic dynamics in Central America long after the war's end and provided insight into the complex nature of identity and nationalism within the region. This episode in history underscores the importance of addressing fundamental issues related to land, migration, and national identity in order to foster peace and stability in the future.